fans of ExamsNet, welcome to the question series of ExamsNet. I hope this series of detailed explanation is helping you a lot. Let's start this session. The question is, let f such that r to r defined as f of x is equals to x minus 1 and g such that r is to 1 comma minus 1 and r be defined as g of x is equal to x square divided by x square minus 1, then the function f of g is. So we have to find f of g. Now we can write f of g of x is equal to x square divided by x square minus 1. So it will be equals to 1 upon x square minus 1. Therefore, the domain of f of g of x will be r minus 1 comma 1, and we can say that the range of f of g of x will be minus infinity comma minus 1 union 0 comma infinity. Now d by dx of f of g of x will be equal to minus 1 upon x square minus 1 into 2x. So this will be equals to 2x upon 1 minus x square. Therefore, we can say that d by dx of f of g of x will be greater than 0 for 2x divided by 1 minus x into 1 plus x greater than 0. It implies that x divided by x minus 1 into x plus 1 is less than 0. Therefore, we can say that x belongs to minus infinity comma minus 1 union 0 comma 1, and we can say that d by dx of f of g of x is less than 0 for x belongs to minus 1 comma 0 union 1 comma infinity. Therefore, f of g of x is neither 1, 1 nor on 2. So, the correct option for this question will be option number D here. Next question is, if the system of equations ax plus y plus z is equal to 5, x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 4, and x plus 3y plus 5z is equal to beta has infinitely many solutions, then the ordered pair alpha comma beta is equal to. So we have to find alpha comma beta, means we have to find the value for alpha and beta. Here this is alpha, not A. It seems like A, but it is alpha. So we can say that delta will be equal to its determinant. Determinant will be alpha 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 3, and 5. It will be equals to 0. On further expansion, it will be alpha into 1 minus 1 into 2 plus 1 into 1 is equal to 0. So we can say that alpha will be equals to 1. Now, delta 1 will be equals to determinant of 5, 1, 1, 4, 2, 3, and beta 2, 3, 5. So this will be again equals to 0. We are writing these values from the given equations. Therefore, on expansion, it will be 5 into 1 minus 1 into 20 minus 3 beta plus 1 into 12 minus 2 beta is equal to 0. So beta will be equals to 3. Again, delta 2 will be equals to determinant of 1, 5, 1, 1, 4, 3, and 1 beta 5. So it will be equals to 0. On expansion, this will be 20 minus 3 beta minus 5 into 2 plus 1 into beta minus 4 is equal to 0. So minus 2 beta plus 6 is equal to 0. So beta will be equals to plus 3. Similarly, we can say that for delta 3 is equal to determinant of 115, 124, and 13 beta. Again, it will be equals to 0. On further expansion, beta will be equals to 3. Therefore, we can say that the values for alpha comma beta is equal to 1 comma 3. Hence, the correct option for this question is 1, 3, which is option number C here. I hope this question is clear to you. Next question is, if A is equals to summation of n is equal to 1 to infinity, 1 upon 3 plus minus 1 power n whole power n, and B is equal to summation of n is equal to 1 to infinity minus 1 power n whole divided by 3 plus minus 1 power n whole power n, then A by B is equal to. So according to this given conditions, A will be equals to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 square plus 1 by 2 cube plus 1 by 4 power 4 plus so on. And B will be equals to minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 square minus 1 by 2 cube plus 1 by 4 power 4 plus so on. So it is clear that A will be equals to 1 by 2 divided by 1 minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 16 divided by 1 minus 1 by 16, and B will be equals to minus 1 by 2 divided by 1 minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 16 divided by 1 minus 1 by 16. So A will be equals to 11 upon 15 and B will be equals to minus 9 upon 15. Therefore, we can say that A upon B will be equals to minus 11 by 9. Hence, the correct option for this question is option number C, minus 11 upon 9. It was a very simple question. Next question is a very important question. This kind of question always comes in the exam. Limit x tends to 0, cos sin x minus cos x divided by x power 4 is equal to. So this can be written as limit x tends to 0, 2 sin x plus sin x into sin x minus sin x divided by 2 and whole divided by x power 4. So this will be equals to limit x tends to 0, 2 into x plus sin x divided by 2 into x minus sin x divided by 2 and whole divided by x power 4. Again, this will be equals to limit x tends to 0, 1 by 2 into x plus x minus x cube upon 3 factorial plus x power 5 upon 5 factorial, so on, into x minus x plus x cube upon 3 factorial and so on. Again, whole divided by x power 4. So this will be equals to limit x tends to 0, 1 by 2 into 2 minus x square upon 3 factorial plus x power 4 upon 5 factorial and so on, into 1 upon 3 factorial minus x square upon 5 factorial minus 1. So this will be equal to 1 by 6. Hence we can say that the correct option for this question is option number C, which is 1 by 6. Next question is, let f of x is equals to minimum of 1 comma 1 plus x sin x, where x lies between 0 and 2 pi. If m is the number of points where f is not differentiable and n is the number of points where f is not continuous, then ordered pair m comma n is equal to. So according to this given conditions, f of x can be written as 1, where x belongs to 0 and pi, and f of x is equal to 1 plus x sin x, where x belongs to pi and 2 pi. Now, at x is equals to pi, limit x tends to pi minus f of x is equal to 1 is equal to limit x tends to pi plus f of x. Therefore, we can say that f of x is continuous in 0 and 2 pi. Therefore, at x is equal to pi, left hand derivative will be limit h tends to 0, f of pi minus h minus f of pi divided by minus h is equal to 0, and right hand derivative will be equals to limit h tends to 0, f of pi plus h minus f of pi divided by h. So it will be equals to 1 minus pi plus h into sin h minus 1 divided by h. So this will be equals to minus pi. Since left hand derivative is not equal to right hand derivative, therefore we can say that f of x is not differentiable at x is equal to pi. So m comma n, which is the ordered pair, is equal to 1 comma 0. Hence we can say that the correct option for this question is option number B here. Next question is, consider a cuboid of sides 2x, 4x and 5x and a closed hemisphere of radius r. If the sum of their surface areas is a constant k, then the ratio x is to r for which the sum of their volumes is maximum is. We know that S1 plus S2 is equal to k. It is already given in the question that sum of their surface areas is a constant. Therefore, 76x square plus 3 pi r square is equal to k. Therefore, 152x dx divided by dr plus 6 pi r is equal to 0. Dx upon dr is equal to minus 6 pi r divided by 152x. Now, the volume V will be equals to 40x cube plus 2 by 3 pi r cube. Therefore, dV upon dr will be equals to 120 x square into dx upon dr plus 2 pi r square is equal to 0. So 120x square into minus 6 pi r divided by 152x plus 2 pi r square is equal to 0. It can be also written as 120 into x upon r is equal to 2 pi into 152 upon 6 pi. So x upon r will be equals to 152 divided by 3 into 1 upon 120. On further cancelling this, it will be equals to 19 upon 45. So we can say that the correct ratio will be 19 is to 45. This is the ratio of volume and their surface areas. So we can say that the correct ratio is 19 is to 45. Therefore, the correct option is option number B here. Next question is, the area of the region bounded by the curve y square is equal to 8x and y square is equal to 16 into 3 minus x is equal to. So let this curve be C1 and let this curve be C2. We have to first understand the area of the particular region. So consider this as the required curves. Let this be one curve and let this be another curve. So this is the shaded region which we have to find. Let this point be A and let this point be B. This is 2 comma 4 and this is 2 comma minus 4. Now solving this and finding the area, which is solving both the curves, we can say 48 minus 16x is equal to 8x. So x will be equals to 2. If x is equal to 2, therefore y will be equals to plus minus 4. Now we have to calculate the area of shaded region. So area of shaded region will be equals to 2 into integral of 0 to 4. 48 minus y square divided by 16 minus y square divided by 8 dy. So this will be equals to 1 by 8 into 48y minus y cube and the limits are 0 to 4. On applying the limits, this will be equals to 16. Therefore, we can say that the required area is 16. Hence, correct option is option number C here. Next question is, if integral of 1 by x into under root of 1 minus x divided by 1 plus x dx is equal to g of x plus c, and g of 1 is equal to 0, then g of 1 by 2 is equal to. We know that it is given integral of 1 by x into. So it can be written as integral of 1 to x under root of 1 minus x divided by 1 plus x dx is equal to g of x plus c. It can be also written as integral of 1 to 1 by 2, 1 by x into under root of 1 minus x upon 1 plus x dx is equal to g of 1 by 2 minus g of 1. Therefore, g of 1 by 2 will be equals to integral of 1 to 1 by 2, 1 upon x into under root of 1 minus x divided by 1 plus x dx. So, we can say that cot x is equals to cos 2 theta, which will be equals to integral of 0 to pi by 6, 1 upon cos 2 theta into sin theta divided by cos theta into minus 2 sin 2 theta d theta, which will be equals to minus of integral 0 to pi by 6 4 sin square theta divided by cos 2 theta d theta. So it will be equals to 2 into integral of 0 to pi by 6 1 minus 2 sin square theta minus 1 divided by cos 2 theta again d theta, which will be equals to 2 into integral of 0 to pi by 6 1 minus sec 2 theta d theta. So it will be equals to pi by 3 minus 2 into 1 by 2 log of sec 2 theta plus tan 2 theta, and the limits are 0 to pi by 6. On applying the limits, it will be pi by 3 minus log of 2 plus root 3 minus log 1. So it will be equals to pi by 3 plus log of 1 upon 2 plus root 3, which can be also written as pi by 3 plus log root 3 minus 1 divided by root 3 plus 1. This is the required answer for this question. Therefore, we can say that the correct option here is option number A. I hope this question is clear to you. Moving on to next question. If y is equal to y of x is the solution of the differential equation, the differential equation is x into dy by dx plus 2y is equal to x into e power x, and y of 1 is equal to 0. So it is given that y of 1 is equal to 0. Then the local maximum value of the function z of x is equal to x square y of x minus e power x, where x belongs to R is. So the differential equation can be also written as dy by dx plus 2 by x into y is equal to e power x. Then we can say that e power integral of 2 by x dx will be equal to x square. Therefore, y into x square will be equals to integral of x square into e power x dx. So y into x square will be equals to x square into e power x minus integral of 2 into x into e power x dx. Again, this will be equals to x square into e power x minus 2 into x into e power x minus e power x plus c. So yx square will be equal to x square into e power x minus 2x into e power x plus 2 e power x plus c. Yx square will be equal to x square minus 2x plus 2, and the common term is e power x plus c. So we can say that e plus c will be equal to 0. So c will be equal to minus of e. Therefore, y of x into x square minus e power x is equal to x minus 1 whole square into e power x minus e. So z of x will be equals to x minus 1 whole square into e power x minus e. Now, for the local maximum value, z dash x will be equal to 0. Therefore, 2 into x minus 1 power e power x plus x minus 1 power 2 into e power x is equal to 0. Therefore, we can say that x will be equal to minus 1. Now, talking about the local maximum value, which is z of minus 1 will be equal to 4 by e minus e. Therefore, we can say that the correct option here is option number D. I hope this question is clear to you. Next question is, if the solution of the differential equation dy by dx plus e power x into x square minus 2 into y is equal to x square minus 2x into x square minus 2 into e power 2x satisfies y of 0 is equal to 0, then the value of y of 2 is. So here the integration factor will be equal to e power integral of e power x into x square minus 2 dx. So it will be equals to e power x square minus 2x into e power x. Therefore, the solution of the differential equation will be y into e power x square minus 2x into e power x is equals to integral of x square minus 2x into x square minus 2 into e power 2x into e power x square minus 2x into e power x dx. So it will be equals to integral of x square minus 2x into e power x into x square minus 2 into e power x into e power x square minus 2x into e power x dx. So here let x square minus 2x into e power x is equal to t. If this is equal to t, therefore x square minus 2 into e power x dx is equal to dt. So y into e power x square minus 2x into e power x is equal to integral of t into e power t dt, which will be equals to y into e power x square minus 2x into e power x will be equal to x square minus 2x minus 1 into e power x square minus 2x into e power x plus c. Therefore, y of 0 will be equal to 0 and c will be equals to 1. Therefore, y will be equals to x square minus 2x minus 1 plus e into 2x minus x square into e power x. So, y of 2 will be equal to minus 1 plus 1, which is equal to 0. Hence, we can say that the correct answer for this question is option number C, which is 0. I hope this question is clear to you. Moving on to the next question, if m is the slope of a common tangent to the curve x square upon 16 plus y square upon 9 is equal to 1 and x square plus y square is equal to 12, then 12 into m square is equal to. So two curves are given here. Let this be C1 and let this be C2. Let y is equal to mx plus minus under root of 16m square plus 9 be any tangent to the curve C1. And if this is also a tangent to C2, then 16m square plus 9 in under root divided by under root of m square plus 1 will be equals to under root of 12. Therefore, we can say that 16m square plus 9 is equal to 12m square plus 12. So, 4m square will be equal to 3 and it implies that 12m square will be equals to 9. So, we can say that the correct answer for this question is option number B, which is 9. Next question is, the locus of the midpoint of the line segment joining the point 4, 3 and the points on the ellipse x square plus 2y square is equal to 4 is an ellipse with eccentricity. So we have to find the eccentricity for this given ellipse. Let a point P have coordinates 2 cos theta and root 2 sin theta. The ellipse is given x square divided by 4 plus y square by 2 is equal to 1 and q is 4, 3. And let h comma k be the midpoint of PQ, then h will be equals to 2 cos theta plus 4 divided by 2 and k will be equals to root 2 sin theta plus 3 divided by 2. Therefore, we can say that cos theta will be equals to h minus 2 and sin theta will be equals to 2k minus 3 divided by root 2. Therefore, h minus 2 whole square plus 2k minus 3 divided by root 2 whole square will be equals to 1 because we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is always equals to 1. So on further solving this, it will be x minus 2 whole square divided by 1 plus y minus 3 by 2 whole square divided by 1 by 2 is equal to 1. Therefore, eccentricity E will be equals to under root of 1 minus 1 by 2, which is equal to 1 upon root 2. Hence, we can say that the eccentricity is 1 by root 2. So, the correct option is option number C here. Next question is the normal to the hyperbola x square upon a square minus y square upon 9 is equal to 1 at the point 8 comma 3 root 3 on 8 passes through the point. So it passes through 8 comma 3 root 3. Therefore, it will be 64 upon a square minus 27 upon 9 is equal to 1. So it is clear that a square is equal to 16. Now, equation of normal to hyperbola will be 16x upon 8 plus 9y upon 3 root 3 is equal to 16 plus 9. So 2x plus root 3y is equal to 25. Let this be equation number 1. Now, the points which satisfies this equation is minus 1 comma 9 root 3. So we can say that this is the point which is passing through. So we can say that the correct option is option number C here. Moving on to the next question. If the plane 2x plus y minus 5z is equal to 0 is rotated about its line of intersection with the plane 3x minus y plus 4z minus 7 is equal to 0 by an angle of pi by 2, then the plane after the rotation passes through the point. So two planes are given here. Let this be P1 and let this be P2. We know that family of planes P1 and P2 is such that P is such that P1 plus lambda into P2. Therefore, P is such that 2 plus 3 lambda into x plus 1 minus lambda into y plus minus 5 plus 4 lambda into z minus 7 lambda is equal to 0. Since we know that P is perpendicular to P1, therefore 4 plus 6 lambda plus 1 minus lambda plus 25 minus 20 lambda will be equal to 0. So lambda will be equals to 2. Therefore, we can say that P is such that 8x minus y plus 32 minus 14 is equal to 0. Now we have the equation. We have to look for the points which satisfy the equation. So the point which satisfy the equation from all the given option is 1 comma 0 comma 2. So we can say that the correct option for this question will be option number C here. I hope this question is clear to you. Next question is, if the lines r vector is equal to I minus j plus k plus lambda into 3j minus k and r vector is equal to ai minus j plus mu into 2i minus 3k are coplanar, then the distance of plane containing these two lines from the point a, 0, is. We know that since both the lines are coplanar, therefore determinant of a minus 1, 0, minus 1, 0, 3, minus 1 and 2, 0 and minus 3 will be equals to 0. Therefore, we can say that A will be equals to 5 by 3. Now, equation of plane containing both the lines will be determinant of x minus 1, y plus 1, z minus 1, 0, 3 minus 1, z 0 and minus 3. This is 2, not z, because x, y and z are already in the first row. So this will be equal to 0. This is the equation of plane containing both the lines. Therefore, 9x plus 2y plus 6z will be equal to 13. So the distance of 5 by 3, 0, 0 from this plane will be equals to 2 upon under root of 81 plus 4 plus 36. So it will be equals to 2 upon under root of 121, which is equal to 2 upon 11. Hence, we can say that the correct answer for this question is option number B, which is 2 upon 11. Next question is, let A vector is equal to I plus j plus 2k, B vector is equal to 2i minus 3j plus k, and C vector is equal to I minus j plus k be three given vectors. Let V vector be a vector in the plane of A vector and B vector whose projection on C vector is 2 upon root 3. If V vector into j is equal to 7, then V vector into I plus k is equal to. Let V vector is equals to lambda 1 into A vector plus lambda 2 into B vector, where lambda 1 and lambda 2 belongs to R. So, on multiplying this, it will be equals to lambda 1 plus 2 lambda 2 into I cap plus lambda 1 minus 3 lambda 2 into J cap plus 2 lambda 1 plus lambda 2 into k cap. Since the projection of V vector on C vector is given, which is 2 upon root 3, therefore lambda 1 plus 2 lambda 2 minus lambda 1 plus 3 lambda 2 plus 2 lambda 1 plus lambda 2 divided by under root of 3 is equals to 2 upon under root of 3. Therefore, lambda 1 plus 3 lambda 2 will be equals to 1. Let this be equation number 1. It is given that V vector into j is equal to 7. So lambda 1 minus 3 lambda 2 will be equal to 7. Let this be equation number 2. We have both the equations. So from equation 1 and 2, lambda 1 will be equals to 4 and lambda 2 will be equal to minus 1. Therefore, V vector will be equals to 2i plus 7j plus 7k. Therefore, we can say that V vector into I plus k will be equal to 2 plus 7, which is equal to 9. Hence, we can say that the correct option here is option number D, which is 9. Next question is, the mean and standard deviations of 50 observations are 15 and 2 respectively. It was found that one incorrect observation was taken such that the sum of correct and incorrect observations is 70. If the correct mean is 16, then the correct variance is equal to. So in the question, mean is given, which is x bar is equal to 15, and variance is given, which is sigma square. So sigma square will be 4, since standard deviation is 2 and variance is the square for standard deviation. Therefore, x2 plus so on up to x50 is equal to 15 into 50, which is equal to 750. So 4 will be equals to x1 square plus x2 square plus so on up to x50 square divided by 50, because there are total 50 observation. This is minus 225, which is square of 15. Therefore, we can write x1 square plus x2 square plus so on up to x50 square will be equal to 50 into 229. Now, let A be the correct observation and let B be the incorrect observation. Therefore, we can say that A plus B will be equal to 70. And we know that 16 is equal to 750 minus B plus A upon 50. Therefore, A minus B will be equal to 50. It implies that A is equal to 60 and B is equal to 10. Therefore, the correct variance will be equals to 50 into 229 plus 60 square minus of 10 square whole divided by 50. So it will be equals to 43. And we have to subtract minus 256 from this whole value. Therefore, we can say that the correct option for this question is 43, which is option number C here. I hope this question is clear to you. Next question is 16 into sine 20 degree into sine 40 degree into sine 80 degree is equal to. This can be also equals to 4 sine 60 degree, since 4 sine theta into sine 60 degree minus theta into sine 60 degree plus theta. So this will be equals to 2 root 3, because 4 into sine 60 is 2 root 3. Hence we can say that the correct option is option number B here. Next question is, if the inverse trigonometric function take principal values, then cos inverse 3 by 10 into cos tan inverse 4 by 3 plus 2 by 5 sine of tan inverse 4 by 3 is equal to. So we have to find its value. This can be written as cos inverse 3 by 10 into 3 by 5 plus 2 by 5 into 4 by 5. So it will be equals to cos inverse 1 by 2. So it will be equals to cos inverse cos pi by 3. So again, this will be equals to pi by 3. So we can say that the correct option for this question is option number C, which is pi by 3. Next question is, let R belongs to P, Q, negation of P, negation of Q be such that the logical statement is a tautology. So this is the logical statement and it is a tautology. Then R is equal to. So it is clear that R must be equal to negation of P, since negation of P and the relation will be defined in this way. And we also know that the relation between P and Q will be defined like this. Therefore, we can say that negation of P to P is a tautology. Therefore, the correct answer is R is equal to negation of P, which is option number C here. I hope this question is clear to you. Next question is, let F such that R to R satisfies F of x plus y is equal to 2 power x into f of y plus 4 power y into f of x, where x and y belongs to R. If f of 2 is equal to 3, then 14 into f dash 4 divided by f dash 2 is equal to. So we have to find its value. The function is given here, so it can be written as f of y plus x into 2 power y f of x plus 4 power x into f of y. Let this be equation number 2. Therefore, 2 power x into f of y plus 4 power y into f of x is equal to 2 power y into f of x plus 4 power x into f of y. So 4 power y minus 2 power y into f of x is equal to 4 power x minus 2 power x into f of y. So it can be also written as f of x divided by 4 power x minus 2 power x is equal to f of y divided by 4 power y minus 2 power y. Let this be equal to k, which is a constant. Therefore, f of x will be equal to k into 4 power x minus 2 power x. Since we know that f of 2 is equal to 3, then k will be equal to 1 by 4. Therefore, f of x will be equal to 4 power x minus 2 power x divided by 4, since k is equal to 1 by 4. Now, f dash x will be equal to 4 power x log 4 minus 2 power x log 2 divided by 4. So, f dash x will be equals to 2 into 4 power x minus 2 power x log 2 divided by 4. Therefore, f dash 4 divided by f dash 2 will be equals to 2 into 256 minus 16 divided by 2 into 16 minus 4. Therefore, 14 into f dash 4 divided by f dash 2 will be equal to 248. Hence, we can say that the correct answer for this question is 248. This kind of questions are very, very important. They always comes in the exam. So, understand it very carefully. Moving on to next question, let P and Q be two real numbers such that a condition is given which is P plus Q is equal to 3. Let this be equation number 1. And P power 4 plus Q power 4 is equal to 369. Let this be equation number 2. Then 1 upon P plus 1 upon Q power minus 2 is equal to. So, from both the equation, P plus Q whole square minus 2PQ whole square minus 2 into P square into Q square is equal to 369, or 9 minus 2PQ whole square minus 2 into PQ whole square will be equal to 369, or PQ whole square minus 18PQ minus 144 is equal to 0. Therefore, we can say that PQ will be equal to minus 6 or PQ will be equal to 24. But PQ is equal to 24 is not possible. Therefore, we will take the value which is PQ is equal to minus 6. Hence, 1 upon P plus 1 upon Q whole power minus 2 will be equal to PQ upon P plus Q whole power 2. So, it will be equal to minus 2 square, which is equal to 4. Hence, we can say that the correct answer for this particular question is 4. Next question is, if z square plus z plus 1 is equal to 0, where z belongs to C, then mod of summation of n is equal to 1 to 15 into z power n plus minus 1 power n into 1 upon z power n whole power 2 is equal to. So, we have to find the value. So, this will be equals to mod of summation of n is equal to 1 to 15 into z power 2n plus summation of n is equal to 1 to 15 into z power minus 2n plus 2 into summation of n is equal to 1 to 15 into minus 1 power n. So, this will be equals to modulus of 0 plus 0 minus 2, which will be equals to plus 2. Hence, the correct answer for this question is plus 2. I hope this question is clear to you. Next question is, let X matrix is equal to 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1 and 0, 0, 0, and Y is equal to alpha I plus beta into X plus gamma into X square, and Z is equals to alpha square into I minus alpha into beta into X plus beta square minus alpha gamma into X square, where alpha, beta and gamma belongs to R. If Y inverse is a matrix which is given 1 by 5 minus 2 by 5, 1 by 5, 0, 1 by 5 minus 2 by 5, 0, 0 and 1 by 5, then alpha minus beta plus gamma whole square is equal to. So, we have to find the value for alpha minus beta plus gamma whole square. A matrix X is given here. So, first let us calculate X square. X square will be equals to 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, again 0, 0, 0. It is given that Y is equal to alpha into I plus beta into X plus gamma into X square. So, it will be alpha, beta, gamma, 0, alpha, beta and 0, 0, alpha. Since we know that y into y inverse is equal to I. Therefore, alpha, beta, gamma, 0, alpha, beta, 0, 0, alpha. This is the value of y into y inverse. Y inverse is 1 by 5 minus 2 by 5, 1 by 5, 0, 1 by 5 minus 2 by 5, 0, 0 and 1 by 5. This is equals to I, which is identity matrix 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0 and 0, 0, 1. So on further multiplying, we can say that alpha upon 5, beta minus 2 alpha upon 5 and alpha minus 2 beta plus gamma upon 5, 0, alpha upon 5, beta minus 2 alpha upon 5, 0, 0 and alpha upon 5 is equal to identity matrix, which is equal to 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0 and 0, 0, 1. So we can say that alpha will be equals to 5, beta will be equals to 10 and gamma will be equal to 15. Now we have to calculate alpha minus beta plus gamma whole square. So it will be 5 minus 10 plus 15 whole square. So it will be equals to 100. Therefore, we can say that the correct answer for this question is 100. I hope this question is clear to you. Moving on to next question. The total number of three-digit numbers whose greatest common divisor with 36 is 2 is. So here, since we know that x belongs to 100, 999, where x belongs to natural numbers, then x by 2 will belongs to 50, 499. Again, x by 2 belongs to n. Now, number whose GCD with 18 is 1 in this range have the required condition. Therefore, there are 6 such numbers from 18 into 3 to 18 into 4. Similarly, from 18 into 4 to 18 into 5, so on up to 26 into 18 to 27 into 18. Therefore, we can say that the total numbers will be equal to 24 into 6 plus 6, which is equal to 150. Therefore, the extra numbers from the total numbers will be 53, 487, 491, 493, 497 and 499. Therefore, we can say that the correct answer, which is the total numbers of 3 digits, are 150. So the correct answer is 150. I hope this question is clear to you. Moving on to next question. If 40C0 plus 41C1 plus 42C2 plus so on up to 60C20 is equal to m by n power 1 into 60C20, where m and n are co-prime, then m plus n is equal to. So here in this question, a property is used, which is NCR plus 1 is equals to n plus 1 CR plus 1. The given statement is 40C0 plus 41C1 plus 42C2 plus so on up to 60C20 is equals to m by n into 60C20. As we know that 40C0 is equal to 41C0 is equal to 1. So we replace 40C0 with 41C0. So the series becomes 41C0 plus 41C1 plus 42C2 plus so on up to 60C20 is equals to m by n into 60C20. So it will be equals to 42C1 plus 42C2 plus so on up to 60C20 is equal to m by n into 60C20. Again, this will be equals to 43C1 plus 43C3 plus so on plus 60C20 is equals to m by n into 60C20. Further, this will be equals to 44C3 plus 44C4 plus so on up to 60C20, and the right hand side is m by n into 60C20. Further, this will be equals to 45C4 plus 45C5 plus so on up to 60C20, which is equal to m by n into 60C20. Now it is such that it implies 60C19 plus 60C20 is equal to m by n into 60C20. So 60C20 will be equal to m by n into 60C20 minus 60C19. Therefore, it can be written as 61C20 is equal to m by n into 60C20. Therefore, 61C20 can be written as 61 factorial divided by 20 factorial into 41 factorial is equals to m by n into 60 factorial divided by 20 factorial into 40 factorial. So on further solving this, it will be 61 upon 41 is equal to m by n. So it is very clear that m is equal to 41 and see m is equal to 61 because when we cross multiply, m will be equal to 61 and n will be equal to 41. Therefore, m plus n will be equals to 61 plus 41, which is equal to 102. Therefore, we can say that the correct answer for this question is 102. I hope this question is clear to you. Next question is if a1 is greater than 0, a2, a3, a4, a5 are in a GP, a2 plus a4 is equal to 2a3 plus 1 and 3a2 plus a3 is equal to 2a4, then a2 plus a4 plus 2a5 is equal to. So let the GP be a1 is equal to a2 is equal to ar, and a3 is equal to ar square. Since 3a2 plus a3 is equal to 2a4, therefore 3ar plus ar square is equal to 2ar cube. So 2ar square minus r minus 3 is equal to 0. Therefore r will be equals to minus 1 or r will be equals to 3 by 2. Since we know that a1 is equal to a, which is greater than 0, then r will not be equal to minus 1 because it is given in the question that a1 is greater than 0. Now, a2 plus a4 will be equal to 2a3 plus 1. So, ar plus ar cube will be equal to 2ar square plus 1. So, taking a common, this will be 3 by 2 plus 27 by 8 minus 9 by 2 is equal to 1. Therefore, we can say that a will be equal to 8 by 3. Therefore, a2 plus a4 plus 2a5 will be equal to a into r plus r cube plus 2r power 4. So, it will be equals to 8 by 3 into 3 by 2 plus 27 by 8 plus 81 by 8. On further solving this, it will be equals to 40. Hence, we can say that the correct answer for this question is 40. I hope this question is clear to you. Next question is the integral 24 upon pi integral 0 to root 2 into 2 minus x square dx divided by 2 plus x square into 4 plus x power 4 is. So we have to find its value. So let this integral be equals to I and let x is equals to root 2 t. Therefore, dx will be equals to root 2 dt. So I will be equals to 24 upon pi integral of 0 to 1 2 minus 2t square into root 2 dt divided by 2 plus 2t square into under root of 4 plus 4t power 4. So this will be equals to 12 into root 2 divided by pi integral of 0 to 1 upon t square minus 1 dt divided by t plus 1 upon t into under root of t plus 1 upon t whole square minus 2. Now let t plus 1 upon t is equal to u. Therefore, 1 minus 1 upon t square dt will be equals to du. So the equation will be 12 into root 2 upon pi integral of infinity to 2 minus du upon u into under root of 4 square minus 2. So this will be equals to 12 into root 2 divided by pi into integral of 2 to infinity minus of minus du divided by u square into under root of minus root 2 upon u square. So this will be equals to 12 root 2 upon pi integral of 1 upon root 2 to 0 minus 1 upon root 2 dp divided by under root of 1 minus p square. Therefore, on further simplification, this will be equals to 12 upon pi into sine inverse p, and the limits are 0 and 1 upon root 2. So this will be equals to 12 upon pi into pi upon 4. Pi and pi will be cancelled and this will be cancelled. So the remaining term will be 3. Hence we can say that the correct answer for this question is 3. Moving on to next question. Let a line L will be tangent to the hyperbola x square upon 16 minus y square upon 4 is equal to 1, and let L2 be the line passing through the origin and perpendicular to L1. If the locus of the point of intersection of L1 and L2 is x square plus y square whole square is equal to alpha x square plus beta y square, then alpha plus beta is equal to. We know that equation of L1 is x sec theta divided by 4 minus y tan theta divided by 2 is equal to 1. Let this be equation number 1. Equation of line L2 is x tan theta divided by 2 plus y sec theta divided by 4 is equal to 0. Let this be equation number 2. Since we know that the required point of intersection of L1 and L2 is x1, y1, then the equation converts to x1 sec theta divided by 4 minus y1 tan theta divided by 2 minus 1 is equal to 0. Let this be equation number 3. And y1 sec theta divided by 4 minus x1 tan theta divided by 2 is equal to 0. Let this be equation number 4. From equation 3rd and 4th, we can write sec theta is equal to 4x1 divided by x1 square plus y1 square, and tan theta is equals to minus 2y1 divided by x1 square plus y1 square. Therefore, we can say that the required locus for the point x1, y1 will be x square plus y square whole square is equal to 16x square minus 4y square. Therefore, alpha is equal to 16 and beta is equal to minus 4. Because in the question we are given an equation which is alpha x square minus beta y square. So comparing both the terms, here alpha is equal to 16 and beta is equals to minus 4. Now we have to calculate the value for alpha plus beta. So alpha plus beta will be equals to 16 plus minus 4. So it will be equals to 12. Hence we can say that the correct answer for this question is 12. Next question is, if the probability that a randomly chosen 6-digit number formed by using digits 1 and 8 only is a multiple of 21 is p, then 96p is equal to. We know that total number of numbers from the given condition of the question will be n of s, which is equal to 2 power 6. Now, every required number is of the form a is equal to 7 into 10 power a1 plus 10 power a2 plus so on up to 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Here, this number is always divisible by 21. So if a is divisible by 21, then 10 power a1 plus 10 power a2 plus 10 power a3 must be divisible by 3. So for this, we have many cases here, which is 6C0 plus 6C3 plus 6C6 cases are present. Therefore, we can say that n of E will be equals to 6C0 plus 6C3 plus 6C6. So it will be equals to 22. Now, the required probability will be equals to 22 upon 2 power 6. This is the sample space. So this will be the required probability. Now further calculating it, this will be equals to 11 upon 32. So we can say that 96p is equal to 33. Therefore, p will be equals to 33 here. So the correct answer for this question is 33. I hope this question is clear to you. And all the concept related to each and every question is also clear to you. Keep learning more and keep scoring higher.